Hi there, good morning. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I was working away here on my desk and I thought, my goodness, I haven't turned on my camera in a few days. So I am making some pockets for the triplets. Hold on, let me move these and I'll show you. I have the text blocks in. Let's get those out of the way. I have the text blocks in and they are feeling nice and happy and full, and those yummy hand marbled end papers from Four Keys Books. It's an Etsy shop. Let me know if you want the link. It's just beautiful paper, so pretty and perfect. It's exactly what I wanted for this book. I've already put one pocket in the front of all of them. So there, it's sort of like a double pocket, and this one as well in Mr. Mocker. It's kind of like a double pocket. Hold on, let me find something that I can tuck in it so you can see. So that part tucks, and then that little part tucks. I want to do something here, but I'm not sure yet. I made it out of time cards that I have that I tea-dyed. I just thought they were kind of perfect. This is the other end, so I'm going to try and come up with something else to do with the other end. But the ink on them is green, and I thought, that's what I want. I've got sort of like a little foresty vibe going here. And I showed you on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, I made these the other day. Am I ever happy with how they turned out? Hold on, let me find the others. Oh, of course. Where are they? Oh, there's another one. These are my first try at pressing my own little found wildflowers. And I put them, let me make sure there's no glare. I used these coin protectors. I guess people who save rare coins put their coins in here and then they glue shut. You peel off the backing and stick them together and they glue shut, and it just makes for a really cute two-sided little window. And there you can see the other side of the daisy, and some of them didn't turn out so good, so that's why they don't all match. But it doesn't matter that they don't all match because they're going to be going off to their own new little happy homes. So I got 2 daisies and 1 buttercup. I'm not sure who's going to get what, but I think I'm going to tuck those in here. So just to be on the safe side, I put in some teeny tiny little brads just to keep this pocket sturdy, because it's going to have something a little bit thicker tucked in there. So that's my plan. We'll see. And then I put tabs, mismatched tabs. These were from my happy mail from Valentina, who sent me all those beautiful tabs. Gosh, I had fun going through them all and picking out the ones that I want for these books. And I just chose colors that go nicely, but they're all mismatched. I'm going to dangle a little charm on signature 4 of all the books. They all got a little eyelet there, and I'll dangle a little charm on it. So I'm so happy with how they're turning out so far. They got all their little fringy cheesecloth things that can be trimmed. If you don't like it, you can take it off. I think it's kind of cute. Same with Danny Meadow Mouse here. Oh gosh, I love that. I love that little face. And then again, pocket from a time card with the little brads. They're all going to be quite similar, but not exactly the same. So, oh, and I made pockets. These botanical pictures, there's one in each of them, came from Happy Mail from Camille. So thank you, Camille. So I just thought they made a nice pocket for a little tuck spot. And then there's Mr. Mocker, who I love. And again, oh, there's his little tuck spot from the Camille Botanical. Which reminds me, if so many people have been wonderful to me and generous to me with Happy Mail. And if you see something in any of my journals that I've used, please know that I'm grateful and that sometimes I can be scatterbrained. But oh, what a pleasure to look through and choose out things that I've never been able to use before in journals. I'm very grateful to each and every one of you who sends me Happy Mail. I do keep a list, but when I'm taping, sometimes it slips my mind to say a personal thank you. Little ruffle here with some of the same fabric that is tucked in behind that I sewed the text block in. See, there it is. And see what I mean? How, you know, sometimes I know I used to stress, oh, what am I going to use in behind? And you know what? You just don't see a lot of it. So I've learned not to stress too much about it because it's a tiny little band that's back there. But it is a nice little detail, and it's nice to know that you've been very thoughtful in your creation of your book. So, and that makes me feel good. So I always like to have at least one pocket per signature when I'm the one that's going to sort of do a partial fill of a journal. I never fully fill journals anymore because I really think that's the new owner's job. So I usually just try to get started for them so that they feel a little bit inspired, but I do not take over journals anymore. But I have fun with one page, usually per signature, and I usually will put in a pocket and then something tucked into the pocket, whether I've made a tag or whether I've just put in some little folded tea-dyed paper. I do that too. So what I've done here is these are actually window envelopes that I tea-dyed. So they were like that. When I tea-dyed them, and it was quite a while ago, I didn't think to open them up to let them dry, so they sealed themselves shut. And I know you can soak them again and pop that up, but I thought I'm just going to use them as is because I'm going to make that into a pocket like this. And then this could also be a pocket. Now, whether it goes into these books or not, this one, I'm not sure. I definitely want the window. And I decided that I'm going to use the window side for sure to incorporate some wild birds into these three journals. So I need to find my little glass because these ones are done and they're actually inked. But these cute little wrens, I love wrens. I need to take those little windows out of there. So that's what we're going to do right now. So sheet of glass makes your job easier, and a sharp blade with a nice point on it makes your job easier. I'm going to take, before I even get started, I'm going to take this off so that I can move it up a bit. So don't be scared. I've done this before. You can adjust fussy cuts to fit where you want them to fit. And I really like these leaves. And I want to incorporate the leaves, but it's much too long for the length of this envelope. So now, let's take this little window out. And you've got to be careful. I've got to be careful because their little legs are so thin. So I don't want to break his little leg. Yikes. Come on. Come on, let go. There we go. We're heading into, it's always birthday season in our family, but we're heading into my really intense birthday season. We had a lot of family members arrive in August and September. And, oh, I got someone at my door. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not even sure whether that will show up in the video or not. My daughter was at the door. She brought me over some tomatoes from her garden. Yay! I love tomato season. I think I might make bruschetta for dinner tonight. Hubby and I love that for just a whole meal. We'll just have bruschetta for dinner. So I forget where I was. I think I was talking about the birthday chaos that is August and September in our family. So it has started. We've had 2 so far. My son-in-law and my granddaughter is today. So I always try my very best. There's too many in the whole family, but for grandchildren, I try my very best to actually go over and see them and bring them a little something, wish them a happy birthday. So that's what I did this morning. I've already inked around the whole edge of this guy, although I see some spots that need a bit more. But those little the little windows here didn't get inked. So there we go. Well, see, I see another little spot. There. Okay, leave it alone, Catherine. All right, so let me move this. And we can start making little envelopes. So I want them to overlap the window a little bit. Like that. And then, so this is where I've got to think about what I want to do, because I do want to incorporate these leaves. I like that bit of green. Yeah, I like that. So I think what I will do is I'm going to take this top part of the stem right off. And of course, ink that freshly. Now, is that? No, that's okay. All right, so, and then what I will do is when I glue that on, I will overlap this later like that. And I may very well just leave that leaf down there and just take the stem off and let the leaf overlap spill onto the page. Of whatever page this is going to get glued onto. I don't know yet what page. So let's lose this stem too. We're not going to need it. Now here's a little trick I do. I haven't done one of these with you guys for such a long time. I usually try my best so that I can remember where I want to lay things down. I'll use a very light pencil mark and sort of give myself guidelines for where I want to glue that down. And that way I'll basically get where I wanted it to be, and then I'll come in later with this one and glue that in. So let's do that. I'm going to use 3-in-1 simply because I don't trust my favorite art glitter glue to necessarily glue onto that onto the window. So this I know will glue to the window and to the paper. So here we go. Let's just do it. Just a thin little bead. I had a tiny little cake decorator bottle for a while with, it was either 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac in it, but it was just, it couldn't handle the thickness of the glue, and it ended up just being more work than it needed to be. So I'm just doing light. If I need to, I'll lift it up and glue it a bit more. There we go. Come on, come on. Lift up. You don't need to be glued on there yet. There we go. Now I'm going to hover it over so that I approximately get it in with those little guidelines I gave myself. You go there and you go there. That's nice. I'm sorry if you're jiggling. I have my tripod up on my desk. All right, so let's glue this down. Now, let's see. So I really don't need that lower part of the leaf glued. I'll glue it later when I glue it onto the page. So I'm going to give myself a draw line so that I know where to stop the glue. And now we can put our glue on. So that's more or less what I wanted. And again, it's overlapping the window, which I like. Not bad. I'm just going to let that dry and not push on it. So not bad. Now what I do, very gently, you don't want to pull up your fussy cut that you just put down, but I will go in and I'll just take away those very faint pencil lines that I put in. And no one will be the wiser, except us. Oh, that looks cute. I'm happy. That's sweet. Okay, next one. These guys. This one's a little trickier. I want to run it off the page. I don't want to lose his tail. I'm just trying to decide how to save. I guess that's not too much of the window to lose. Oh, yeah, I like that. If I do that, then you'll still be able to see through the window there. He's kind of covering things, but he'll be okay. All right, so here we'll do our little pencil thing again. So we're going to put in between there and there and there and there. And that just helps me. Okay. There we go. So these are all out of mostly out of books, bird books, or wildlife books. Again, I'm going to use the 3-in-1 because it's going to be adhering to paper and to that window. I still haven't cleaned my room yet, and I'm just about at my wit's end with being patient with myself. It's pretty bad in here. Come on, let go. Thank you. All right, now this is tricky. So you're there. Oh. Hold on. You're not there. Oh. I've got to be careful because I don't want to have to lift up again once it's gone down on the window because the 3-in-1 is shiny. There, that's good. Perfect. We got both tails on. Now, I see some little spots, but I don't want to get... I'm just going to try my best to get a little dab underneath so that it doesn't show up. There. That's cute. Let's see if I can show you. So you'll still be able to see a lot of whatever tag goes behind there. That will look cute. All right, let's take that off. And that. And that. And eraser. And we'll remove our little guidelines. I don't know about you, if you've ever done a wobbly fussy cut like these ones are. Next one's not so wobbly. You can have the best of intentions where you want to place it, but when it plops down, and then you hold it back and you take a look at it and you think, oh, that's not at all where I wanted it to go, and then it's just too late. There's no peeling it off, especially if it's thin and floppy like this, because it will just tear if you try to lift again. So those little guidelines, they get it exactly where you want it. Now this one is these two fellas, the woodpeckers. I have a love-hate relationship with woodpeckers. Or else they are also, there's another bird that's just like a woodpecker. Sapsucker, is that the name? They're just as noisy, and they drill holes just as vigorously in your trees. We had one, our house that we had before we moved here, it had the most wonderful backyard, and it went down into a creek ravine. Oh, I loved that backyard. It had a big old tree in the far back corner, and we had some kind of pecking bird pecking on it because the tree was slowly dying. And because of that, I'm quite sure it was infested with bugs because the wood was starting to rot. Really needed to come down. But that guy, he would be out there first thing in the morning and we'd hear tap, 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 tap. Oh my goodness. Try and sleep through that. And he was so cute. I mean, the guy just wanted a meal. But wowie. Very noisy. Now this one, again, I want to overlap a bit of that window. So I'm going to, and I want to marry up the bottom of this tree right here. There. That's nice. think this was out of that Reader's Digest book on birds. It's a big Reader's Digest book on birds. And one time I took it with me camping, and I just spent the weekend, well, week. We usually don't camp on weekends. Just sitting around the fire, fussy cutting and throwing the offcuts into the pit. Yeah, that looks nice. Now I want to ink the tops of these. That's better. I'm trying to decide, and I can still do it. Maybe not. I was trying to decide, I guess decision is made, whether to put a divot there. But I don't think I need to because the window's there. Sometimes you need the divot so that people know, oh yeah, that's a pocket and there's something in there. That one I could probably put a divot, but this one I would be harming that little wren. Don't want to do that. Then I've got to decide if I want to use the other half of the envelopes somewhere or not. I'm not sure I want to because I have made library pockets and they look very similar to, these are actually tea-dyed library pockets. So, and I used my manual typewriter and made cards for all of them. Ha! I'm so excited about those. Anyhow, so I've got to decide. I don't think I think those will be, I'll put them aside and they will go into another journal that needs pocket. All right, that's cute. Happy with that. So let me show you what I'm thinking as far as this one. It worked out nicely with that leaf. Let's imagine it's going into Mr. Mocker. Now I'm trying to remember, Mr. Mocker, you've got a pocket in that one. Did I put a pocket in number 2? Number 2's got a pocket. Number 3's got tuck spots, and I think I put, did I put a tuck spot? I did put a tuck spot into number 4. So number 5, this will be the pocket for number 5. Ah, here's a perfect spot for it. I like using pages that have writing on it. And see what I mean? Oh, good. You can still tell that it's Winnie the Pooh. This page is from Winnie the Pooh. See what I mean? How the leaf is going to glue onto the page and spill out and over the page. I love that. I think that looks really cute. Now to... yeah, you know what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to glue it this way so that this is a pocket. Hold on, so up here is a pocket right there, but then this will also be a pocket. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Well, let's just do it. How much time have I got? How am I for time? Oh, come on. No, don't tell me. Let me stand up. 29 minutes. We got time for this one. All right. Art glitter. We can do this one, and then I'll just get the other 2 done. Oh, you know what else I'm going to do? I've made vellum envelopes. These were from a little kit that Nancy gave me a while back. I'm going to make some word snippets from the actual text block of these storybooks. All right, so if it's going that way, I need it here. I'm going to make it quite vigorous so that it holds, because this has been tea-dyed, it's quite curvy. I didn't want to iron it because of that plastic window. Yes, I know. So I'm just going to be quite vigorous with the glue. Especially because I'm not doing the whole back, right? Okay. All right, let me stand up. So who's getting this one? Mr. Mocker, you're getting the little wrens. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Make sure it's even. You don't have a whole lot of wiggle time with art glitter glue. There we go. So now we've got pocket here and pocket here. Yes. And then, I guess my next thing, but I've run out of my 30 minutes, is I'm going to, uh-oh, did I glue it to the table? Please don't tell me I glued it to the table. Oh, good. I have to make 2 Nana's bookmarks, so I got them started. So I've used some of that squirrel paper on the back. Come on. Whew, I had them under my bricks. So the triplets are going to get the squirrel paper for their 2 Nana bookmarks. And As You Like It is going to get marbled paper on the back of their 2 Nana bookmarks. So that's also on my list of things to do today. But I have to get going. I've run out of time and I'm going to get cut off. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day or a great evening, depending on what time you're watching. Take care and we'll talk soon. Bye.